People think attendees share event photos because they look good in them. I don't think that's actually the reason. After spending 20 plus years photographing people at events, from nightclubs and music festivals to corporate events and brand activations, I've noticed something that's actually different. People don't share photos, people share what the photos say about them. So, first, there's identity. The core idea is people use these photos to tell the world who they actually are, right? Different types of events are going to attract different types of people and communities, from music festivals to tech conferences to fashion forward events, sporting events, brand activations. It's going to be different people having different experiences and wanting to share that with their audiences. The photo itself isn't the point. The photo is the evidence that people were there. I was with my tribe. These are my interests. This is where I like to spend my time. You know, for years and years, I documented nightlife and festivals around the world with NikkiDigital.com. And as a photographer, at every different event, I would see different types of people celebrating in different ways. And it was really interesting to document these different communities. The next day, people would log onto the internet and really rush to the website to try and find these photos of themselves. They wanted to see themselves in the gallery. They wanted to see how they were featured in the gallery. They wanted to tag their friends. And it wasn't really just about the vanity. It was really about belonging in that gallery, belonging in that community. People weren't looking for photo. They were looking for proof that they were part of something. Next up is status. Like, people share experiences that feel meaningful, exclusive, and culturally relevant. So think like VIP experiences, backstage access, launch parties, exclusive events. These photos prove that you have access to something that someone else doesn't have. Whether that's an industry conference or you're literally backstage at the show that a million people want to be backstage at. That photo or that video really documents the I got to experience something special that you didn't, right? So people document their firsts, their rare moments, unique access. And that's why experiential marketing works so well. If you give attendees a moment that feels really special, they naturally want to talk about it. Most people aren't showing off, they're documenting moments that mattered to them. Next up, we talk about memories, right? So photos help us hold on to a feeling. If you stop and think about memories from your childhood, a lot of those memories are actually a photo that sits on a mantle somewhere, right? So you're able to record these memories along with an instance, right? And I know for me, when I flip back through an old photo gallery that I've taken, the night or the day or the event immediately comes flowing back to me because my memory is jogged with all these different images of that event. So photos and videos truly help us hold on to those feelings, right? So I guess, like, why do people do things like keep concert tickets? Why do people save old photos? Why do people revisit Facebook memories? Why do we get so excited or sometimes not excited when something comes up on our iPhone as that surprise image each day, right? What are the reasons that these images are meaningful to us? And that's because innately experiences do fade, right? And these jog our memories. Photos really help us preserve the way we're feeling in a moment, a friendship. I just today wished my best friend from college a happy 43rd birthday, actually 44th birthday, and shared a photo of our freshman year with them and couldn't believe I don't feel that much older. It brings back so much emotion, right? And so much of that friendship and so much of that carefree feeling that we had. Milestones like graduations and moments like engagements. The photo isn't the memory itself. It's the trigger that helps really keep that memory alive. It helps me relive how I felt in that moment. Years later, people don't remember the actual activation. They remember how they felt when they were there. And when their phone pops up something cool from an event that they went to, it's immediately back there. It's immediately that feeling about how great it was to interact with that product or event or that brand. So you may be wondering, and I also wonder sometimes, like, why some photos get shared and others don't, right? Generic content is going to typically get ignored, right? So if you start to compare a standard event photo with something like a photo where something really funny happened, a friend is involved, the attendee at the event actually became part of the experience, there's a story behind it, that's when people want to share, right? When they are part of that story, when that image actually makes them look good to their audience. And that's naturally going to lead to like AI photos where we can make someone part of the actual story, right? You can be part of the movie that's coming out that you're at the premiere for, or you can be wearing something from the new spring summer release from a fashion brand while sitting at home by just taking a selfie, right? These branded experiences, these immersive activations, that is shareable because you are part of the experience now. People aren't going to share content just because it exists. They're going to share it because it gives them a story to tell, right? People need content to fill their feeds. They need content to feel good about themselves. So in this, often marketers get something wrong, right? Brands are going to focus too much on content creation and not enough on participation. Many of our clients and brands ask, how do we get attendees to post? In my opinion, the better question is, how do we create something that attendees want to be part of? Something that attendees want to participate in, something that attendees want to have ownership of, something that attendees want to be emotionally invested in. Because when attendees feel involved, they're going to share that content. Engagement is going to go up on other event coverage. User-generated content is going to happen naturally. The goal isn't to create content. The goal is to create a moment worth remembering and thus worth sharing. When you really think about it, people have been sharing experiences long before Instagram existed. Social media just changed the distribution. The underlying behavior has not changed. People want to belong. People want to express themselves. People want to brag. People want to remember meaningful moments, and they want to share those experiences with others. That's why great event experiences work. And that's why the best user-generated content doesn't feel like marketing, it feels personal.